Happy Friday, girls. I hope you're enjoying our One Another series, and I hope you're continuing with our bingo game. We have one prize winner, but there's room for more, so keep it up. Also, I hope you're enjoying our 31 Ways to One Another. This is a great resource if you're looking for something along these lines. This week's One Another comes out of Romans. I think the last 2 weeks have also been out of Romans. This one is Romans 12:16, and it says, "Live in harmony with one another. Do not be haughty, but associate with the lowly, and never be wise in your own sight." Now, it doesn't mean that we all have to think alike and that there's no room for disagreement. But what it does mean is that we have the same kind of thinking about one another. We think well of one another. We seek to love one another. We seek to bring encouragement to one another. And it doesn't matter whether what your social, your economic, your educational, your ethnic status is that we think well. And our goal is to live in harmony with others. And all you have to do is look at our culture today and think nobody's living in harmony with one another. And the barrier is pride. And it seems to be that it's always kind of that pride that always gets in our way. It's the pride that makes us think more highly of ourselves than we ought. Paul calls it haughty thinking. When I was a young girl, my mother would tell me something that I didn't want to do or ask me to do something. And I would look at her and I'd roll my eyes and I'd go, and she'd say, "Don't you be haughty with me." Well, here I am, an adult, and I sometimes battle still with haughty thinking. And I'm sure if I do, I'm sure you do too. And maybe it's with a coworker that you don't agree with. Maybe it's with your husband. Maybe he does something that you don't think he did correctly, and you roll your eyes, and in your heart, you're looking at him or you're picking at him, and there's not harmony there. Maybe it's with your mother-in-law. Maybe there's something she does that you just don't like, and so you think, or there's a disagreement that you kind of keep building on that really you need to let it go. So how do we put this into practice? Well, first of all, you need to ask yourself, am I thinking more highly of myself than I ought to? And with whom do I have a haughty mind? Maybe it's your husband, your coworker, roommate, mother-in-law. Maybe it's just somebody you meet on the street that you look and go, ugh, that's haughtiness. Have you caused disunity because of that pride? That's also an issue. Write it out. Write it out as a prayer to the Lord and ask for his help. And ask him to remind you to live in harmony with one another this week. And Lord, you know what? He will do it. Have a wonderful rest of the week and know that you are loved by your Women's Council.